Have you talked to Dad about the album?
Yeah, I'm terrified.
Have Papa Kelce listen to Wood live and hear what his reaction is?
To figure out like ways to make sure that I do have things that are just between us. And thankfully we do have a lot of those things. And that moment in particular is one that's always just going to be.
The Taylor-Kelce saga just keeps getting juicier and a whole lot funnier. First, poor Travis Kelce can't even sleep knowing the day is coming when his dad, Big Ed, will finally hear Taylor Swift's spiciest new track, Wood. And just when you think it can't get any wilder, Ryan Serhant pops up out of nowhere, volunteering to officiate their future wedding, proudly flashing his ordained minister credentials like he just landed a hosting gig on American Idol Wedding Edition.
Well, I did the online course, and I'm allowed to do other weddings, so I'm just throwing my name out there as the officiator.
And if that wasn't enough chaos, Taylor took it up a notch on late-night TV, hilariously roasting Travis for mixing up Hugh Grant's wife with Greta Gerwig. Smooth move, Mr. Kelce. Real smooth.
Up front that I was dancing with all night. They were so fun. They were like my best friends. I wish I knew who they were. They were so fun. The internet is just videos of Travis dancing with Greta all night like they're best friends.
But it's not all cringe for the Kelces. Far from it. Travis managed to redeem himself with a heartfelt gush fest over Taylor's new album, The Life of a Showgirl, and big bro Jason even shared his own top tracks, confirming what we all suspected. The entire Kelce clan has officially gone full Swiftie. But here's where things get hilarious. Apparently, Travis is terrified for his dad, Big Ed, to hear Taylor's new song, Wood. And if you've even heard of that track, you already know why. Let's just say it's not about trees, forests, or carpentry. Taylor went full poetic temptress with chainsaws, metaphors, and imagery that could make even the toughest dad reach for the mute button. Now, Travis usually beams with pride whenever Taylor drops new music. He's that guy humming her lyrics in the locker room like it's game day hype. But this time, absolutely not. Word is he's been telling friends he's legit dreading the moment Big Ed hits play. Because Wood isn't your typical love song. It's Taylor's cheeky way of saying her man deserves his own lumberjack emoji. The lyrics are stacked with double entendres, hard rock imagery, and just enough redwood references to make Travis blush brighter than a Chiefs jersey. And of course, Jason isn't letting him live it down. On their podcast, he couldn't resist clowning his little brother. You could practically hear the smirk through the mic. Rumor has it, Jason's already plotting to film their dad's reaction like it's a full-on Netflix special. Just picture it. Big Ed, earbuds in, face frozen somewhere between pride and pure, what did I just hear energy. And Jason swears he's posting it no matter what, which means we could be just days away from witnessing one of the most awkward and funniest father-son moments in sports history.
Well, I'm going to do it regardless, even if we don't put it on camera. I'm just going to do it.
Big Ed.
Sources say Taylor's taking it all in stride, unbothered, unshaken, and maybe even a little amused. She reportedly told friends that her mom completely missed the cheeky double meaning behind Wood and thought the song was about, wait for it, superstitions. Classic Mom Swift moment. But just when you think the chaos might calm down, in swoops Ryan Seacrest, like the ultimate wedding crasher before the invitations have even gone out. During his radio show, he casually volunteered to officiate Taylor and Travis's future wedding. Yes, that Ryan Seacrest, Mr. This is American Idol, is now basically one step away from becoming Mr. By the power vested in me by the internet. Apparently, he took an online course and got himself ordained, which honestly sounds like something your overly excited cousin would do after one too many YouTube tutorials. But hey, if anyone can turn a Kelce Swift wedding into primetime television, it's Ryan Seacrest.
Well, I did the online course, and I'm allowed to do other weddings, so I'm just throwing my name out there as the officiator.
Taylor, ever the queen of composure, handled it like a total pro. No eye rolls, no savage clapbacks, just a perfectly polite, "That's fantastic," before smoothly moving the conversation along. It was the kind of effortlessly classy brush-off only a woman who survived 1,000 awkward award show interviews could pull off. Calm,
charming, and just shady enough to make it iconic.
Fantastic. You guys are amazing.
And Ryan wasn't joking either. The man was dead serious. He even bragged about already officiating another wedding, which, according to his co-host, went amazingly. She gave him a glowing 20 out of 10 review. Like he's out here collecting 5-star Yelp ratings for his new priest era. Honestly, Ryan Seacrest might just be the first celebrity to turn officiating weddings into a side hustle and a reality show.
A really, really good job. Like, really
Just
good.
throw my name in the hat,
You give it a good review?
I would give it 20 stars out of 10. Like, he really blew us away.
my God.
He did. Yeah.
He was, of course, Ryan couldn't resist digging a little deeper. Classic Seacrest move. He started fishing for details about the big day, the wedding date, the proposal, even whether Travis was a bundle of nerves when he popped the question. Basically, he went full gossip detective, and Taylor handled it with the kind of cool composure that says, "Nice try, but this isn't my first rodeo."
Is he nervous in this moment? Were you? See Jason in promoting Monday Night Football ask your fiance about the wedding date, and he didn't give an answer. So, do you have one?
Taylor, who's been spilling her soul all over her latest album, The Life of a Showgirl, decided to keep this one off the record. She simply smiled and said that moment's just for them. No song, no lyric, no Easter egg. Translation? For once, even the Swiftie detectives are getting locked out of the love story.
Figure out ways to make sure that I do have things that are just between us. And thankfully, we do have a lot of those things. And that moment in particular is one that's always just going to...
But let's be honest. Even with all her flawless media training, Taylor can't always protect Travis from, well, Travis. Case in point, her latest appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers, where she spilled the tea on one of his most hilariously awkward celebrity encounters. Picture it. London, June 2024. The Eras Tour crowd is stacked with A-listers. Tom Cruise bouncing around like he's in his own action sequence. The Hemsworth brothers looking like they were sculpted by Marvel itself. Ashton and Mila low-key vibing in the corner. And Travis? He's doing his best to play it cool. Emphasis on trying. Before the show, Taylor had told him his favorite director, Greta Gerwig, would be hanging out in the VIP tent. He's a huge fan, loves Barbie, praises her brilliance, the whole 9 yards. So when the moment finally comes, he's hyped and ready to make his move.
It's like, I gotta let you know, your favorite director is in the tent. He loves Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, of course.
He loves her movies.
After the show, Travis was absolutely beaming, calling it the best night ever and excitedly rattling off every celeb he'd met like a kid who just scored autographs from the entire Avengers lineup.
And afterward, he gets in the car. He has had as many shots as everyone else has had. And he's like, this was the most fun tent. Like, everybody was amazing.
Then Taylor, ever the supportive fiance, casually asks if he got the chance to talk to Greta. Travis sheepishly admits he might have cracked a joke she's probably heard 1,000 times, something about Barbie and I'm just Ken too, complete with a point toward Taylor like she was the punchline. You can almost feel the awkward silence that followed. But oh, it gets better, or worse, depending on how much secondhand embarrassment you can handle. Turns out, Greta wasn't the one he was talking to. Nope. Travis had walked right up to Hugh Grant's wife, Anna Eberstein, and enthusiastically told her how much he loved Barbie. She apparently smiled politely because really, what else can you do when a 6'5" NFL player mistakes you for Greta Gerwig? Meanwhile, later that night, Taylor's scrolling through fan videos online, and there's Travis, dancing the night away with the Greta he thinks he just charmed. Cue Taylor connecting the dots like a detective in a rom-com. When she gently asks if there's any chance he complimented the wrong woman, Travis just freezes. Classic Kelce move. And speaking of classic Kelce moments, he might have mixed up Greta Gerwig with Hugh Grant's wife, but when it comes to Taylor's new album, The Life of a Showgirl, the man suddenly transforms into a PR-trained poet. On the latest episode of his New Heights podcast, Travis was gushing like the proud president of the Taylor Swift fan club, and honestly, he might as well be. His voice dropped from football tough guy to golden retriever boyfriend in seconds. Of course, Jason couldn't resist stirring the pot, teasing that his brother was the main creative muse behind the entire album, because if anyone's gonna turn a compliment into chaos, it's a Kelce.
Final thoughts. I mean, fuck mine. Like, you're a main creative
Don't put the
muse to this whole thing happening.
But Travis wasn't having it. He brushed that off faster than a linebacker dodging a tackle, insisting he's just the lucky guy who gets to stand beside Taylor while she drops what he called one of the coolest albums ever. And you could tell, he meant every word.
Man that gets to be, the support system for Taylor while she drops one of the coolest albums that I've ever listened to. So
Insiders say Travis has been blasting The Life of a Showgirl like it's his personal game day hype track. Windows down, volume maxed, lyrics he pretends he doesn't know by heart. Word is he's even been giving mini TED Talks in the Chiefs locker room about artistic evolution. One source joked the teams had more Taylor Swift breakdowns this week than ESPN. Meanwhile, Jason just keeps stirring the pot, teasing his brother about whether he's got a secret track on the album, because let's be real, everyone's wondering which lyrics were inspired by him. Travis laughed it off, insisting he's just there to cheer her on, but you could hear the smile in his voice. The man's whipped. And at this point, he's not even pretending otherwise. When he said he couldn't be prouder, it wasn't boyfriend PR. It was full-on chest thump, heart eyes energy. He even gave Taylor his stamp of the week, which sounds like a goofy podcast bit until you realize it's basically Travis Kelce's way of declaring, "That's my queen, everyone else, step aside." Naturally, Jason immediately started clowning him, pretending to gag like a big brother, legally required to ruin every heartfelt moment. But Travis powered through, saying he's proud of how Taylor keeps chasing her dreams, no matter how wild the ride gets. Translation, he's smitten, self-aware, and totally in his character development era.
happy as hell for her because it's she's happy with it. She's proud of this, and obviously I'm proud of her for going through the hoops to live out her dream.
Meanwhile, Taylor's been on her own promo marathon, and she's matching Travis's energy bar for bar. During a recent radio interview, she got adorably soft, talking about how much she loves that Travis doesn't just tolerate her insane work ethic, he loves it. She said his passion for football and her obsession with music keep them perfectly in sync, vibing on the same unstoppable wavelength. Insiders say Taylor's told friends that being with someone who cheers for her as loud as the fans at Arrowhead has been a total game changer. And for anyone assuming marriage might slow her down, please. Taylor reportedly laughed when someone asked if she'd kick a break after tying the knot, saying, "The only thing changing is the set list, not the hustle." And she's right. Travis gets it. Sources say he's been telling friends he'd never want to dim her shine. He's perfectly happy in the front row, arms crossed with that proud smile like, "Yep, that's my girl, running the world again." But just when you thought the Kelce PR tour couldn't get any cuter, big brother Jason swooped in with his take. A few days after The Life of a Showgirl dropped, he hit their New Heights podcast with a full-on Grammy-level review, and of course, dragged his wife Kylie right into it. Because if there's one thing the Kelce brothers love more than football, it's roasting each other while secretly being each other's biggest fans.
Kylie and the girls like. There's a question.
He didn't just say he liked a few tracks. Jason went full music critic mode, ranking his favorites like he was hosting Kelce Idol. His top picks? Opalite and Eldest Daughter. He said Opalite hit him right in the feels. And coming from a guy built like a mountain who once played through broken ribs, that says a lot. He even described it as giving off Christmas joy vibes, which is downright hilarious considering this is the same man who's been filmed sprinting shirtless through the snow in Eagles overalls.
I still think my top two are Opalite and Eldest.
Then came Eldest Daughter, Fidelia, and Actually Romantic, which Jason said all absolutely slap. But the real twist? His wife Kylie made him give Wishlist another listen, and now, according to Jason, that song's living rent-free in his head.
I think Opalite might be one of the most, I mean, it's up there with my favorite to listen to songs, certainly that I've ever heard recently. So it's a fun one right now. But Kylie, big fan of Wishlist. She was the one who really she was like, no, you need to listen to that one again. That one's fucking really awesome.
Jason said Wishlist reminded him of real relationships, the kind where you bicker over who forgot the diaper bag, but still end up slow dancing in the kitchen afterward. He got all sentimental, saying the song captures what life's really about, which is adorable coming from the same guy who once declared his favorite food group was beer. He even confessed he's a fan of the word honey, mostly because Kylie hates being called pet names. He joked, "See, Taylor gets it. Honey can sound condescending unless you say it right." At this point, Jason basically turned into a softie with a beard, a full-blown Swiftie dad in the making. Meanwhile, Kylie's clearly the secret tastemaker of the Kelce house, quietly shaping Jason's playlist one Taylor track at a time. And that's a wrap for this one, folks. The Kelce men are officially outnumbered by Swifties. See you next time for the next chapter in this perfectly chaotic love story.